Good morning, everyone. Hello, Mrs. Lee here. I'm out in the reception gardens again. It's very lovely today. Okay, what we've been thinking about? That's right, we've been thinking about the golden rules. Yesterday, I introduced you to the lion, and I said he was a little bit lonely. I brought him outside today. He's going to sit on my knee. All right, while I tell you another story. Yep, our story is linked to the golden rules. We've been moving steadily upwards, haven't we? Yesterday we talked about number 2. Can you speak to somebody in your bubble, or maybe at home, and tell them what is golden rule number 2? That's right, golden rule number 2 is we are kind and helpful. Now yesterday in the morning I had done 2 things that I thought were kind and helpful, and I wondered if any of you could do more things that are kind and helpful. Did you manage it? Can you tell me what sort of things that you got up to? I'd love to know. Maybe you could just talk to the person in your bubble nearest to you about one kind and helpful thing that you did yesterday. I'll give you a few moments. Okay, I hope that you did manage to do something. Right, so where do you think we're going to go next? That's right, we're going to go to golden rule number 1. It's really important that we keep this golden rule. It really helps to make Hertford Infant School a happy and kind place. It's golden rule number 1. That's right. We are gentle. So I'm going to try and be gentle today. I'm going to be gentle with this lion and keep him on my knee while I'm talking to you. I wondered if you saw this yesterday. This is a bell. In my office yesterday I was showing you a few things, but I didn't talk about the bell. Now the bell is very, very old. It's older than Mrs. Lee. And I have to be very gentle with it because I mustn't break it. We've had it in our school for a long time and then it disappeared. We couldn't find it anywhere, and it was at somebody else's house and they were being gentle with it, and then they brought it back to school. Maybe at the end of the assembly I might ring it for you so you can hear it. My story today is called Be Gentle. I've got 2 characters in our story today, one called George and one called Bartholomew. Bartholomew, he needs to be gentle with his little kitten. Bartholomew wants to play with the kitten, and sometimes he's a little bit boisterous. I know that some of you can sometimes be boisterous. Let's listen to the story and find out what Bartholomew gets up to and how George helps him. So the story is called Be Gentle. Okay, let's get comfortable. You're all right there. One day, George gave Bartholomew a little black kitten. She's yours to look after, he said. I'll help, but be gentle because she's only little. Bartholomew stroked the little black kitten. Bartholomew picked her up and gave her a hug. Oh. Be gentle, George said. You're squashing her. Nah, said Bartholomew, and he went outside. Do you think he's being gentle? He gave the little black kitten a swing. He gave the little black kitten a ride in his red cart. I don't know if you can see the kitten's face. How does he look? A bit terrified. Then Bartholomew gave the little black kitten a surprise with the garden hose. No, said George, don't do that. Be gentle with her. She's only little and she doesn't like getting wet. Nah, said Bartholomew. Bartholomew went inside and played his drum. Bum, 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 bum. He thought it would cheer the kitten up. Do you think it will? Be gentle, George said in a very loud voice, and Bartholomew dropped the little black kitten. Oh dear, poor kitten. She's only little, Bartholomew, George said, and all that noise that you've been making has frightened her, and now she's run away. Look at Bartholomew. How do you think Bartholomew's feeling? I think he's feeling a little bit sad, isn't he? Bartholomew and George looked and looked, but they couldn't find a little black kitten anywhere. Bartholomew felt sad, and he also felt sorry. So he went to his secret hiding place. Where do you think his secret hiding place is? That's right, under the bed. Where he found the little black kitten. The little black kitten sat on his lap. Bartholomew was very, very, very gentle, and the little black kitten purred. I wonder if you've got a pet at home, or maybe you've got a toy that you love, and you expect everybody to be gentle with your toy and your pet, don't you? I'm sure. Well, we expect that in school too. We expect you to do that with your friends. We expect you to do that with the grown-ups that are in school. We want everybody to make sure that they are following the golden rules, especially number 1, which is we are gentle. Now, sometimes we can get very excited, and sometimes we can get a little bit boisterous, and sometimes we might accidentally hurt somebody. And if it's an accident, what do you think we should say? That's right. We should say sorry to that person. And sorry means we won't do it again. So we don't go back and carry on being boisterous, do we? Every time that Bartholomew hurt the little kitten by being a bit boisterous, it made the kitten feel, that's right, sad. And then the kitten ran away. And that's why maybe sometimes when you're on the playground or at home and you're being too boisterous, that the person you're playing with decides, stop, and they go. And then you've got no one to play with. And that makes everybody. That makes the grown-up sad, that makes you sad, and it certainly makes the person who's been hurt sad. So if everybody was gentle, we would make everywhere a happy place. I wonder if you today can be really gentle with your toys, in your bedroom, in your bubble, in the playground, wherever you may be. Please be gentle. Do you remember I talked to you about the bell earlier on? What does Mrs. Lee have to be like with the bell? Because it's so old. That's right, she needs to be gentle. I'm going to gently ring the bell. I'm sure you've got your listening ears. Wow. Now, what does Mrs. Lee usually forget at the end of our assembly? That's right, I sometimes forget to say the school prayer. We've been remembering it though, and I'm sure lots of you have been joining in. Shall we join in again? Okay, remember, close your eyes, keep your eyes open, put your hands in your lap, put your hands together. I don't mind, but I do want you to say the words with me. Help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good, in all my work and all my play, to grow more loving every day. Amen. Well, I hope you're loving today to everybody around you. That doesn't mean you need to give them a hug, because remember, we're not supposed to be touching each other. It just means that maybe you could give them a smile. Okay, Right, well it's Thursday, so that means tomorrow it's the shout out assembly. Oh, I do hope that your grown-ups might tell us if you've been doing something really good at home so that I can mention you in our assembly. Or if you're in a bubble, I know that I've got 2 people who've been on the WOW wall this week, so I'm really hoping some more children come up today because I'd like to talk about you tomorrow. Right, Mrs. Lee's going to stop talking. Assembly's over. Have a lovely day. Bye.